I am in Ingushetia, not just for fun. I'd like to be accepted into the system of ancestral or tribal clans, also known as Teips here. To inquire into Teips, I first set off for the local market, which is an informal center of any city, especially since coming soon is Kurban Bayram, a major holiday. I like it because at this time people come to see each other, but who can go empty-handed? How do you do?
Good morning.
How much is your grapes?
€1.
Yes? Verdius, that's the name of this wonderful woman, told me what she normally brings with her every time she visits someone. She'll be celebrating the holiday in her family circle. She belongs to a big Ingush Teip of Torshkiovs and came out of the Kadzoyas Teip. Is it possible to live without Teip? Why do you need these Teips? In Moscow, we live without Teips.
How can people dispense with tips? It's just not our custom. This would be too. They are our help. If suddenly you're in trouble, they will all lend you a helping hand.
Thanks a lot, Verdius. It's time for me to go. You say the juice is fine.
Yeah?
Maybe chocolate?
Yeah.
What else? Candies?
Candies.
To avoid any questions about my looks, I decided to revamp my closet at an Islamic shop. Long hair, dressed suspiciously, feeling awkward. How do you do?
Hey.
Prohibited.
Yes, prohibited.
Prohibited. My name is Andre.
I'm Aisha.
Aisha, nice to meet you. I'd like to dress up a little. Tomorrow is a great holiday.
Yes?
Everybody will be dressed well, and you see how I look now.
I understand.
Traditional Muslim clothing resembles a uniform. No excesses, but everything needed is available. Aisha sized me up with her trained eye and made no mistake with colors. And here you go. Meet a good Muslim man, as Leo Tolstoy once said about himself.
And this skull cap is our gift to you in honor of our holiday.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
The next day, I decided to wangle an invitation. This is how I chose the homestead. When I could no longer carry my heavy food box over a casually selected street of Nazran, I turned to the first random house on my way. Salam alaikum. How do you do? I am Andre, and I have come to see you. Strange as it may seem, the hostess did not drive me away, but seemed to be sincerely delighted about my visit. It turned out that all men left for the mosque. I found out where it is located and hurried there. The mosque is the best place for meeting the local establishment, so to say, and to discuss my business with people in the know. That's all. Thank you. See you later.
Okay.
You must come clean and dressed up to the occasion for the festive prayer. After the prayer comes a short sermon. Then the holiday is spilled from the mosque to every home as men bring it there. But I'd better meet elders who represent many English Teips. Meeting the elders means meeting face to face with the Ingush community. Are there any Teips at war? Suppose some issues are not settled between them. Well, it happens sometimes. People may have unsettled disputes, men can fight, there can be some bloodshed, blood vengeance, but at this point, our elders get involved. Mullahs and others trying to settle the issue amicably. If this is not possible, people do not go at war with the entire clan. Only with this particular family or man, if he is guilty, he must be brought to account. But others are not to blame. Thanks a lot. You cleared up many things for me, but not all. I still have many questions. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. If you have time, we live not far from here. Let's go to our place. You'll share our dinner and we may have a talk. We will be very happy. Thank you. My name is Andre. Nice to meet you. It's my pleasure too. My name is Mustafa. Mustafa. Where's this street? Where's this house? All streets seem alike, and homes are equally wealthy. Here's this street and house. I believe. It probably...
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Walaikum salam. Andre, what's up? I think I saw you in the mosque. Yes, we were in the mosque this morning. Really, yes. Welcome home. Yusuf Parcheyev from the Barkinko Teip. He is the host of the house I penetrated, courtesy of the food box. Celebrating Karam Baram, there's an impromptu slaughter in the backyard. One cow has already been slaughtered. Many people, aides, and just watchers. And this 4-year-old cow is not a joined heifer, since nobody can touch a joined heifer. It was jointly bought by 7 people who are neighbors, but from different Teips. They paid 1,550 euros by going Dutch. Well, this spectacle is surely not for the faint-hearted? Yes, the faint-hearted. Yes, we understand that. I am a faint-hearted person. What can you do about it? We celebrate the special holiday. A huge cow is reduced to 7 meat piles by the number of shareholders with equal amount of meat in each, plus minus, and slabs are roughly similar in size. Not to offend anyone, they put a sheet of paper with shareholders' name on each of the piles. Tell me, when can this be read? Should I say it out loud? Yes, of course you can read it. Well, this one reads Daoud. Is there a man bearing this name here? Daoud. Here he is. We'll take it. Where's Daoud? Here's Daoud. How are you going to carry it all? Just a moment. They'll carry it, everything we have here. Next, we're Timur, Medina, then Idris, Bacha, and Batir. Fresh meat was running short time ago. We'll taste it now. Each will divide their meat pile into 3 parts, one for themselves, one for people of scanty means, and the third one for the neighbors and relatives who could not afford buying a cow. And here is the meat of the sacrificial animal. But who will be in charge of dispensing this? The guest gets the best slab, and it sits further from the doorway, that in case of attack, he could be protected. This is an ancient tradition. I was also appointed the toaster. I keep the conversation in the tideway of the holiday and direct the youth attending to guests. Without my permission, nobody can stand up and leave. Suppose I am a member of some Teip and suddenly have a problem, like I need to improve my housing conditions or dress or some other problem. Can I anticipate any help from the Teip? You may count on help, but do not goof up. Do not hope. You may want too much. Really, yes, but in some situations, suppose a Teip can help you enter a higher school or university. Teips help with the funeral. Or suppose some blows are passed between the 2 men or a conflict flares up. The Teip will come to aid. Stand up for me, yes. Will someone explain to him? As regards, say, utility charges, anyone may run into this problem. If you accumulate a big debt, they can help you repay it. They can? If there is also pooled some money and they can help. Pooling money to help, yes. On one occasion, Brother Kureisha lost $120,000 of another man's money. The Teip came to his help and raised the required sum down to 1 cent. Today they help you and tomorrow you help others. This is how they live. Do what you are asked at a funeral or a wedding party. I am the host at this table. Please remove this thing. I already learned something about Teips, but far from everything I needed to accomplish my plan. Which one? Please have some patience and you'll know. Mustafa Akilgov from the Abanko Teip, an elder from the mosque, invited me for a tea party tonight. It's too late, but people in Ingushetia have a saying. Any home of ours is a free restaurant and hotel no matter when a guest comes. Here it seems. Yes, it's here. Good evening once again. Hello, good evening. Hello, how are you? Everything's fine? Yes, I'm fine. Look, what an unscrupulous person I am. Why? Because the moon is already in the sky and I've just reached your place going to parties all the time. No worries, you know? In Rube, we are happy to welcome guests at any time of the day. Really? I'm especially glad to greet you. Mustafa is the man of rare destiny. You may talk with Ingush on a first-name basis without ado. Twice in their lifetime, the Agilgovs lost everything they had, first during Stalin's crackdown and then during the Ossetian-Ingush conflict. Yet the family beat all storms. It is in those arduous times that Teips played a huge role, preventing the dilution of Ingush in the general mass of peoples inhabiting the North Caucasus. Mustafa decided to show me his property and his bins. Frankly, the host frightened me a little bit because a Russian person does not normally keep such things at home. I was utterly speechless for a while. I am just speechless. You should just have faith. I see. Have a sincere faith in the Almighty, and this will be your natural ways. Indeed. And you do not fear anything? No. It seems so gloomy and somber to me. Absolutely not. Keeping all these items at home and living while knowing what you have near. Indeed, Mustafa's house is not an ordinary one. He keeps here something that surprised me very much. This is not just that. You mentioned some boards. Here they are. Boards for my coffin. This is my monument, and here is my coffin. Boards. Boards, God willing. I hope we'll see each other in the paradise. And I hope this won't happen anytime soon, when relatives and neighbors gather on the saddest occasion. People in the Caucasus are known for their longevity. Mustafa has a big dikh room in the cellar that can seat 100 to 150 people, with closets and a place for ablations. Always? I imagine how noisy it can be here, right? Yes, true. And people also sing? Well, they do. Well, some of them. Those who stand also sing, oh, lo, lo, oh, lo, lo, oh, lo, 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 yes. And nothing else, only lo, lo, nothing else, true. But the thoughts of everyone doing the dikhr are turned into the Almighty One. Everyone. Do you participate as well? Me? Yes, of course, sure. One of the first. Dikr is a special Muslim practice, both spiritual and physical. When doing the dikr, a person falls into a trance, feeling ecstasy, a modified state of mind, whatever. How can you explain this phenomenon? Looks like genuine magic. You know, I'll give you a simple example. I don't know if this can happen now. Here's the side where we kneel to pray, somewhere in the steppe or desert, yes? You do not know where to turn since you cannot see the sun, yes? You then take your beads and start twisting them in this way. Wooden beads point to Mecca. Some mystique. There's a special condition during and after the dikr. Not everything in this life can be explained by physics and chemistry. I am in the village of Guli, one of the oldest in Ingushetia. Salam alaikum. Apaz Lorasovich, a centenarian. Did I take the right way?
Yes, you're right. Go to the next house.
Ага, спасибо.
Thank you.
Через дом.
I have to pass by 4 houses.
Вот он.
Here's his place. I am here to walk with Apaz Lorasovich, a centenarian. He has been living on this planet since 1898. Awesome. He is the wisest man in Ingushetia simply by virtue of his venerable age. He must know for sure how to earn the trust of Ingush Teip members. Along the way, I'll also learn from him. Wait a moment. It's a bit early to disclose my secrets. Apaz Lorasovich, how do you do? I'm fine. How are you?
Я Андрей.
I am Andre. My name is Andre.
Приехал к вам.
I came to you to smarten up and grow wise. How's your health? More or less. More or less. I'm an old man. High blood pressure.
Давление.
Blood pressure.
К врачу не ходить.
Did you consult a doctor? I did many times. Many times? And what did the doctor say? They say my heart beats irregularly. Heart problems. Apaz has 8 children. The youngest was born when his father turned 70. He has 17 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. Apaz Zileev from the Teip of Kuchulyovs is the oldest and hence the most respected person of the nation, entered into Russia's Book of Records. The elder was born in 1 year with Brecht, Einstein, Lorca, and Remarque, a living eyewitness of the newest history which we now only know from textbooks.
Как мне
How can I live to such a venerable age? I also want to have children at age 70. What shall I do to get it? What do I need to do? I know one thing. Difficulties do not shorten the lifespan. Hardly anyone in this world lived a harder life than me. Just 5 years ago, I went to the bazaar myself to sell rams. I wanted to further inquire Apaz about Teip's deportation to Kazakhstan, revolution and world wars, Lenin and Stalin, and discuss my business. But the centenarian had a blood pressure surge and had to retreat. It's interesting what scholars will have to say about the life in Teips.
Здравствуйте.
How do you do? I am well. How are you? My name is Andre. My name is Ruslan.
Я Панкратов.
I am Pankratov from the Teip of Pankratovs. And you? I am from the Evloy Teip, Sagov. Sagov. Yes, Ruslan Sagov. But you must bear the name of Yevlov. Not necessarily. Why? It's not necessary. And what about last names can be different? Let's sort out the terminology. The Teip is a cell of relatives whose family core was formed in one region. The Teip and clan are synonyms. But while the term clan is almost meaningless for us, this is quite a relevant notion for the Ingush. Patrimonia is also a cell, albeit smaller. A large Teip counts up to 40 to 50 patronomias. Surnames are another interesting phenomenon. Some are derived from the name of locality or have a toponymic origin. For example, Yevloev's is a toponymic name. What does it derive from? Yovli is a highland locality in mountainous Ingushetia where the tower clusters of the Yevloev clan can be found. The name Yevloev's is derived from this toponym. And Sagov is just a surname derived from a male first name. It's clear with Sagovs. And what about Sorovs? I recall that Ramzan Sorov, poet, writer, and author of Ingushetia's anthem. I read some of his works and met him as a pen pal, but I'd like to meet him in person. He may get me in contact with possible executors of my heady scheme. Which one? Well, you have to wait a bit more. And what Teip do they belong? They are the ones who make up the Izumkoi Teip, Izumkoi, but not the Soros. You mean the Sorov Teip does not exist, right? The Sorov Patrimonia, although some say that it's a Teip, in fact, it's a bit difficult for a stranger to understand. This is a real science. They know how to equivocate, to sort everything out. At the advice of the senior research fellow, I set out for the mountains to Jerak. a patrimonial village of a much respected Ingush clan. Hello, Andrei.
Кто это? Кто
Who's talking to me?
разговаривает?
Andrei! Yes. Come up here.
Рамазан,
How do you do, Ramzan? Greetings. Now you've come at last. Yes, yes. Come up here.
Рамазан, я уже...
Ramzan, I am coming.
Вот.
Here I am. Oh, hello, Andre. Nice to see you. It's a bit embarrassing to hold out a hand because pigeon dung is all over the place. Oh, yes. They like this place very much. You must like it too, and I like it. Very beautiful. We'll solve this problem. Yes, yes. 27 meters above the ground, we are at the upper floor level of the Patrimonial Tower of the Zorovs, erected in mid-15th century. It took at least a century to raise the money needed for construction. Their occupation was traditional animal husbandry, farming, and breeding good warriors to repulse any possible attack.
А сейчас...
And what are the representatives of your Teip doing now? Do they have any specialization? Well, like other modern people, they have different occupations. Poets, writers, many life rescuers. We even have some rock climbers. Life rescuers, yes. Like the guy from the emergency ministry. Yes, we have a lot of life rescuers. Are there any occupations which do not suit the Zorovs? Something they would never do? Which do not suit us today? Yes, today. I think there are none except, say, for ballet or opera singing, maybe. I see. Of course, none of the English people work as cooks. No cooks or chefs. The English never choose this trade. Why? I don't know. Perhaps it's not characteristic of them. This is a single turret where they kindled fire, thus signaling another tower about some danger. This chain alerted other Ingush Teips to an enemy. Not everyone could afford these. Those who could not asked for patronage. This is how new names were added to the Teip. I think the towers performed one more function. They secured a territory for a clan for ages to come. Here's a guest house built by a man who formalized the title deed, but he did this in his patrimonial land. That is, no man bearing a different last name can settle here, even if he produces official papers. But can anybody come to the Teip and say, you know, I like this place very much. Let me build my house here? Never. I have a document. Never. Nobody can say this? None else can come here. Only Zorov can do something in this tower. Only a representative of our clan, our tribe. That's the rule.